Hello, how are you guys? Good morning, good afternoon once again. Once again, we are at the same shot. I think I'm obsessed with this shot now. For the last 3-4 videos, we've had the same shot. And I think this works out for me. It's a cool shot because I get to drive and you get to see a bit of outside as well. But I don't have to hold my phone, it doesn't restrict my view while driving. I can concentrate on my driving and yet talk at the same time, which I like to do. And I've been driving so much lately, as expected and as usual. That is the only time I get to talk to you guys or record or document this wedding journey. But today I actually don't feel like vlogging or recording. I wouldn't call this vlogging anymore. I'm not really vlogging any day or whatever is happening. But I'll tell you what's happened. Yesterday, one of you commented on my last video, the one about Samay Raina, and left a timestamp at 1:30 and asked me if it was because I truly felt so, or was it because Samay had influenced my decision making or my thinking. And first of all, I'm just happy to receive a comment because my videos don't really receive any comments, well, any views either. I don't post much, so can't complain. But yeah, I just want to record like a proper response to that question. Now, to give you some context in case you haven't watched that video, or if you don't know what was exactly at 1:30, which of course you wouldn't. I mean, I had to just go back and check myself. But so basically at 1:30 I was talking about, in that video I was talking about how Samay had said in his video, and I to a great extent agreed with him, that things that you do in life, you should not do them with your heart but with your mind. Like be passionate about it, but you need to also be strategic about it. And so one of you commented and asked me if I actually believe that. Now here's the thing, if you had asked me that question say up until like a year ago or even a few months ago, I would have said definitely yes. Like even in January when I started this channel, if you would have asked me that question then, I would have said so yes. I would have said no, I don't believe that. I believe that you should do some things with your heart and you need to be there with your entire heart and let your true self be present or be presented. But over the course of last few months, few weeks, few days, I've had to rethink about a lot of things, and primarily because I have suffered some great loss. I've had to suffer loss of my self-respect, I've just come to the realization, which is a very hard one, and it's very hard for me to share this online even. But I've come to the realization, or I don't know if it's just things in my mind going haywire, but I've realized that I am not very well respected in my circles. Like, I am respected as a human being, but my opinions, my voices do not have the same weightage of respect as someone else might. Now, I've always discounted, like I've long observed this, that bit's true, and I've often discounted that saying I am just a child, or I'm immature right now, and that I'm pretty young, so I might not understand the depths or the gravitas of the condition or whatever is happening. But with time, recently I've seen that happening more and more, and not in just one place, so like not only with some specific people, but like more general in my life. And that's a very disheartening thing to feel. And I'm being very honest about this right now. I did not sorry. I did not think I would do this, but this is me being completely honest and being honest about whatever's going in my head. Like, that's something that I've seen around me, and I've realized that more and more, that my opinions, my views, whatever I'm talking about, or if I express some decisions, and I felt are not weighted the same, are not given the same amount of respect or attention. It's not about someone else following your orders or someone else doing what you're saying, or always doing what you're saying. It's a simple thing of respect and being valued, and it expresses in various different forms. And I think I've seen this over the last 1 year. It's become more prominent recently in the last few months, because the excuse that I used to give myself, oh, I'm just a kid, is starting to wear off. Like, I'm almost 25 now, 24 and a half right now, almost 25, and I'm tall enough, which one would assume would give me some by default respect. And I think that's just how society functions, that height does give you some amount of gravitas, some amount of respect in the society. So I've often thought, why is it like, if someone sees me from afar, they would I think the average or normal respect that they would give me might be higher than, say, a random person, so higher than the average. But when I talk, when they get to know me or anything else, that decreases. So it isn't entirely the issue of other people, but there's something lacking in me, is what I've realized. So whether it is my body language, whether it is the way I speak, maybe I don't have the deep voice that you need to scare off people or have that respect instilled in people. Maybe it's my body posture, how I talk. Maybe it is my nature, wherein I might come off as very people pleasing, as someone who wouldn't get angry at you and lets you walk over them. And I know these are very big words, and I don't want to be using these, but it's just what I've felt for a very long time now. And I really can't figure out what's the reason. Maybe it's a combination of all of these. Now, should I change myself? Should I not? Should I be as who I am naturally or not? Is a constant conflict that I have within myself. And yeah, I really don't know. So coming back to the question, and why what Samay said made sense to me, because of that exact reason. Because I've always preferred to be how I am, to be my true self, but that has resulted in people walking all over me, in people being comfortable in not respecting my opinions. I think self-respect is one thing, and respect from others is a big thing for any human to survive. Warmth, kindness, hugs, respect. I think these are basic things anyone needs to survive. And without hope, without pride, without respect, a person can't really live, I think. Their spirit would break eventually, which I fear happening with me if I don't correct it. So yeah, that's the conflict I'm going through in my head. And that's why what Samay said made sense to me, because I need to start looking at things a bit more strategically, maybe, I never wanted to say this, I never wanted to believe it, I still don't want to believe it, that the world is not a good place, because I know awesome people exist in the world. I know people with kind hearts, good hearts exist, but I also know human behavior. I also know the irrationality behind it. That you don't mean to disrespect someone, but that just happens naturally. Like, you don't have the exact same behavior, you don't treat everyone exactly the same. Some people are closer to you, some people are not. You know how everyone is, and you treat them uniquely and differently like that. And so it isn't anyone's fault really. It's just how things are and how things have played out. But I don't want to accept the status quo. I don't want to accept how things are. So that's why I want to change, and I want to change these things. So if you know why, from a third person's perspective, if you've met me in real life, maybe you can offer a much deeper perspective on this then. But yeah, I felt like I do have to change a few things sooner than later. So one of the things is how I speak. I need to start speaking a bit more slowly, and I need to start enunciating my words and pronouncing my words a lot more clearly. And I need to increase the loudness of my voice for sure. I think that plays a big role, because I've noticed, I know naturally I speak very softly because I hate loud noises. They just do something in my body, and I hate that feeling. But so naturally I have a very soft, slow voice, a soft, fast voice. I need to speak a lot more slowly, enunciate more, and increase the loudness just a tad bit. So there's some level of authority, there's some level of crispness and confidence that is reflected in my own voice. I think which would go with the posture, the height I have, because right now it's very paradoxical. So yeah, that's your answer actually. Because of these reasons, I believe in that I need to be a lot more strategic, and like that's one perspective. So there's your answer, man. Thank you for that question, though. Thank you for that comment, so I could share this with you guys. And yeah, there was one more thing that I did want to talk about, which I've completely forgotten now. Oh yes, wedding videos. So yesterday I was looking at wedding videos, but I'll get back to you on that, because I need to call my mom now. I'm very near to her. I need to call her and coordinate with her. So adios. Hi, good evening everyone. How are you? It's been a tiring day. It's currently 8:30. I'm just coming back from my dance practice. So on the 18th we have the engagement ceremony, wherein it is traditional for all the cousins, family members to dance on, Bollywood songs and all that. And so we've been having like dance classes, and I am really bad at dancing. The thing is, I'm actually very good at dance. Like I'm a fairly well dancer, but because of my tall height, I get really awkward while dancing. And so I had learned, like, we had a choreographer who like taught me the steps, but like who choreographed the dance. But when I was doing those steps, I was feeling very awkward. It was coming out to be really bad. And so it's been going on for the last 2 weeks. And so today my sisters, God bless them, my cousin sisters, they sat me down, they went through each and every step, and they taught me how to dance and be proud of my height at the same time, which is such a nice and surreal experience, I think. Like, that is what a wedding dance training session should look like. And I think it's a great end to the day. So I've been driving since morning. I've driven, I don't know, some 40 odd kilometers today. It doesn't sound a lot, but on Delhi roads, which are like very very busy, and so much traffic all around, and people drive like crazy madmen over here, it's a lot. And I can't show you the back, but it's completely filled right now with stuff. And I'm almost home now, but a very very good day, very good end to the day. I can't show you the dance class. I don't know if I'll add a few clips of me dancing or not. I have a few shots. I don't know if I'll add them or not. Most probably not, because I'll definitely add like the dance I do on the engagement, irrespective of how good or bad it is, because I do want it to be out there. I'm fine with it. Actually, I want it to be there, not the session itself, because it's just like me dancing something like for my own memory. No, like no vlogging sort of thing. But yeah, just a good day, a good end to the day, and that's it. Adios. Thank you for watching. I hope you're well, and we'll be back. Hello, good evening once again. How are you? Hello, good evening once again. How are you? It is currently 12:30, and I'm again out on the road. The same shot. So I've just left my cousin's sister back at her house. We were preparing for the wedding again. Again, I'm the designated driver, leaving everyone back home. And I just wanted to try this new shot. And so it's going to be vertical. But I just wanted to show you the roads over here. So you won't actually see me, but like a bit of me maybe. I'll be driving anyways. But you might be able to see the road. And we wanted to show you the way. And this is Delhi at night, which is a much better driving experience, believe me, than driving in the day, because it's empty, so people follow more rules generally, and there's aren't many people to not follow rules essentially. So yeah, but yeah, just wanted to show you this. This is a cool shot as well. You can't see me though in this, so that is a shame. Although, let me try. Oops, we had a police van over there. I did not stop there. Even though, like, there's no issue with it. But I want to try one more shot wherein we hope you can see me as well. Let's see. Right. This is how my setup looks like. Sorry. This is how my setup looks like. So that's the rear view mirror. That's the very handy my phone holder. But okay. Yes, see, now you can see the thing. I can also see the back. You can see me as well. And you can see the road as well. Let's go. Right. Sorry for the technical error. But okay, now you can see me as well a little bit better. And you can see the road as well. And now we're just entering the main road. Let's go. You know, there's such a difference between Indian driving and UK driving. I don't drive in the UK, but because driving is one of my passions, so I observe it very closely. The way everyone drives and the rules they follow and the customs over there. And it's so different in both these places that a driver trained in one place will find it very difficult to adopt to the others. like giving indicators or giving way. Like in the UK driving, there's a concept of giving way. In India, that just doesn't exist. In India, the kind of driving that exists is just called find the gap. If you can find the gap, get your car in. As simple as that. Apologies. Okay, now, like for example, you see this is a junction and there is a red light over here. But at night or even in the day, no one will stop over here. Like you'll see that car, that scooty is not following their rules, and the cars coming from behind, they won't follow the rules as well. Sometimes, but I always like to do that. I don't know why. I don't have to do it. I just like doing that. Sometimes because I've stopped, other people will stop as well. Maybe because of fear of maybe there's a police guy ahead, or maybe they just feel like social pressure. But I always do this. I do always follow the red lights even at night. But yeah, designated driver shit. I like it though. I like that I'm the responsible one then. Oh, by the way, in the morning I was ranting about the whole uh, having that voice and everything, that kind of thing. So, in the afternoon, I had to go to a government office building, and over there, I talked very softly and very politely, and that got my work done. If I would have acted like with a bold voice, it wouldn't have the work wouldn't have been done. So, sometimes there's a positive side to it as well, thankfully. Alright, that's it. Good night.